Hi again. Hello, welcome to Alphawisdom, and I'm Mystic Cassandria. This is lesson 104. Okay, this is our last lesson for this week. Again, we will be reading the poem of a famous actor. It's an American actor. Wasn't born here, but he's an American actor. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I do not have a photo of the face, only the palms or the hand. So let's get going with this one. All right. If you think you don't know him and you like movies, I think you do. He's the lead actor in this. You remember the Terminator series? Yes, he's done many movies, but that seems to stand out. Terminator, remember? He was the machine from the future, came back to knock off Sarah. Anyway, all right, we're looking at the palm, and I find this interesting because we don't always find palms that fall in a category we haven't talked about. And this one does. This is an earth hand again, as we said before with earth hands. I will give you a little more information on the earth hands so we're clearer. Earth hands, you can recognize them. They're small hands. They're square, they're solid, and thick boned with short fingers. Okay? Some people may deviate slightly, but overall, this is the character. This suggests a dislike of studying abstract ideas, while the broad hand is powerful in the physical world. If you knew anything about him before, very active in sports. In fact, he was king in exercising and showing the muscles in the body. He won trophies. That's how it started. From there, he went to the movies. He's naturally cautious, or people with the earth hand, careful with money, inclined to family and long-term relationships, and obsessed with the home. They are loyal, down-to-earth, solid, and direct in their speech. They have a thick shell so they can take just about anything thrown at them. And they makes them self-protective and not open about their feelings. They can be stubborn and slow, moving carefully through life and never rushing or putting ambition before security. So that's information on the earth hand. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. Let's take a look at his fingertips. You notice that look, compare the ring finger with the middle finger and then take a look at the index finger. It's a different type of design or curve in the tip, especially the ring finger and the middle finger. You are looking at what we call a spatulate. Spatulate. The person possessing a spatulate is the exponent of realism in everything. In life, they seek always the practical, common sense side, and spatula tips have been called the tips of real life. The moving desire of the spatula tip is for action, exercise, and movement. So if you've been following his career, all of his movies have action, exercise, and it's moving. There is no walk in life where the spatula tip is found that is not made to respond to this marvelous activity. In this daily life, the person is constantly on the go, inspires all about him with his wonderful enthusiasm and activity. That describes Mr. Schwarzenegger to a T, in my opinion. All right, let's go on. This is a plain palm. You don't see many lines in this palm. But you'll notice that that thumb is flexible. We'll come back a little later. The headline. This is very interesting. Take a look at the headline. Hopefully you can see it. Now the headline is joined to the Lifeline, but The joining does not start until around age 5. That's interesting. We don't see that very much. It's like when he came into this world, he was very independent, and there was a strong potential of a wide gap between the headline and the lifeline. But in circumstances, maybe it was destined to be that way, there came this joining together of the headline with the lifeline. And then after that, the headline, when it separates from the lifeline, it goes straight, showing that this person is a practical thinker, must deal in facts. There has to be proof before they will accept it. So that's what we have with the headline. All right, then let's take a look at the lifeline. The lifeline continues strongly, and it's interesting how it moves, because if you're watching closely, you see a line coming from the base of the lifeline, giving the impression, since it has like a curve, that this is lifetime line too. No, it is the fate line. The fate line is joined there at the base, and it starts to curve quickly, and it goes toward the Jupiter finger. It climbs through the heart line. The heart line has some issues toward its end, where disappointments may have come into the person when it comes to matters of the heart. And there's a tendency to review the past because we see those lines going down. All right, going on. Now, there is no Apollo line. Famous people all automatically do not have one. But this one is interesting. You notice there's a tall Apollo finger. That's the ring finger. And you see the line indicating the difference in the length. Not much. And then take a peek at the index finger. That's shorter, much shorter. Now, the index finger deals with the self. It's like looking at yourself in a mirror, how you see yourself. And when it's short, it indicates a little doubt there, a little lowered self-esteem. But in spite of that, that ring finger indicates that this person is well thought of, well respected by the public. And with a hand like that and his history, action person, he was destined to have success with fame. So that's not an issue. Okay? Now, we notice there are no gaps between the fingers. No gaps at all. It's like a little peep between index and middle finger. No. This person is very close to everything that is about him. He keeps things in. Even the way he holds his hand here. I don't know when this photo was taken and how long it has been since where he is at this point. But I would say it's been here a while, but not when he was very young. No, that's not a very young hand. But it's just interesting. And one final thing before we stop, you notice the little finger top part is curving toward the ring finger. Now, we talked about that before, but actually seeing it on an actor or seeing it on a famous person, this is traditionally the sign of someone who has the gift of bending words to give the right effect. This person could be a charmer or a diplomat. That does not mean they are not telling the truth. They just they're a genius at expressing themselves and adding a little extra charm so that you fall for it or you understand what he's trying to say. That is a tall or long mercury finger. That is the little finger. And it's strong, so he is well versed in language and speaking. There's no issue there. So that's about it for Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I hope you understood this one. And if you did, if you liked it, then of course, give a thumbs up, share, and very important, subscribe. Okay, until next time, take care. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and of course, be happy. Bye.